my cane that I made the other day, my kaleidoscope I should say, and I want to make a bracelet with it. So I have Primo White rolled out on my number 6 setting. This is the size that I'm going to be using. As you see, it fits perfectly on there. Well, it's a little bit larger, but we won't get too technical. And this is the bracelet wrap that goes with it. As you see, it's a perfect match. This is a bit longer than the bracelet itself, as I can show you. Maybe I can show you, not that it really matters, but it is longer. But it gives you some play there. So of course we're going to need our craft knife to cut our cane, and I'm going to need about 8 pieces of this, so I'm hoping I don't mess it up. Of course I always have acrylic roller to roll things out, a couple sizes here. I find I use a small one more, but that's if I'm doing smaller pieces. Now if I was doing a larger piece of clay, I would definitely be using my larger acrylic roller. I also might need my little knife that should have its cover on at all times. I don't want to stab myself. A piece of my translucent clay. Alright, well that should be all that we need now. And of course I already rolled this out, like I said, on my pasta machine. So for here, I'm just going to trim off the edges. And try not to get my noggin in the way. And that can go right back in with my pearl white. Now I need to try and slice off 8 of these. So it's about the same width that I need. Alright, always make sure your blade is clean. Always have baby wipes on hand or something to wipe things down with. Hold your blade close to the cane and pull. And go down. That's 1. I'll count to myself. There's 8. So let's see how this fits on here. I want to try and, well, I'm not going to try, I'm going to measure it and start in the middle. It's approximately 8 inches. So I'm going to approximately start right here. That should be pretty close to the center. Give it a nice little rub. You don't want to stick in too hard right at the moment anyway, because I want to make sure that these are going to go on there nice and square. So you can always take the dull point of your blade. Obviously this is the dull point. Be careful with this side because it is very sharp, and just give it a little push to get it to where it needs to be, like so. And then you're going to place your other one there. Flip it over this way. I think it'll match better. So I'm going to try another one because that was a little low. It's hard to get them to cut exactly the same every time. You want to try and line it up as close as possible. And again, give it a little push. Ever so slightly. And another one. I'll you can see what I'm doing. I hope my fingers aren't right in the way. I'll try another one. When I line these up, I try to make sure I line them all up with the other lines from the other cane. Try. Hence that word, try. Get it as close as possible. I don't think anybody's going to be staring at your wrist that heavy duty. That to me would be kind of an invasion of privacy. I'm going to start on the other side now with this one. Let's flip it over, maybe flip it around. Squeeze it in there again. And if I feel some's a little bit higher, like that's a little bit higher and right here, I can always trim it after I have them down there. It's not a huge problem. I just want to make sure I get them lined up fairly close. You can always manipulate it a little bit with your fingers too. Again, it is clay. Clay is clay. It moves, and we can make it move if it doesn't look right to us. So that's okay. Just counting to myself out loud, if that makes sense. Let's see, this way. I'm only going to need one more here. Yep. There, just like that. It's quite thick there. I'm going to have to put a texture on the back of that. What one, I'm not sure. I'll come up with something. But I am going to trim this off a little bit because there are some high spots. I don't really like that. So again, take your blade, grab it in the middle. You want a flexible one. I think most of mine are flexible. And just trim it off some. Carefully, like so. And you see that's right nice and smooth now. Take your time, don't rush it, because this can be very tricky. Remember the first time I tried it, I thought, okay, I'm never going to get this, but I did. You just have to take your time. Don't overthink it, don't rush it, and you'll get it. And if not, just start all over again. Now when it's a cane you're dealing with like this, you don't want to have to start all over again because that's a lot of cane to make again. We'll thicken through here. Yeah. So now I'm going to burnish it. I had a piece of wax paper here a second ago. Here we go. I'm just going to use my fingers to burnish this some. And I apologize, I have my rock tumbler going on again. There's some pretty rocks in there I'm trying to get smoothed out. Rocks take quite a while to tumble. But I don't normally have it going for a whole long time. So if I go out or something, I always shut it off. I like to be here when it's going. I don't know why. Safety issues? Maybe I have some safety issues. I don't know. There. That feels nice. Now again, I'm going to take my blade and push up against the sides again. So I do want this as even as possible. I'm just going to trim off these little ends because I know I don't need them. Put that in with my pearl white. And I do need to texture the back of this. With, what am I going to use? So many choices. I'm going to use this one I made the other day. I'm going to put it on this way. No, because it'll be too hard. I'll do it this way. I'm just going to push down on it and lift it up. And I know I'm never going to get those lined up again, but I'll try. Up and down, up and down. All right, let's see if that'll work. It'll be close enough, or not. Little pieces out of the way. That'll go with my scrap clay. There. And now I'm going to put this back on here again because I want to trim this up a little bit. If I can get it on there correctly. I might just have to take my blade. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Push this down. Make it as straight as possible. I'm just going to take my blade and trim it. Just trim off the very, very edges of it. Like so. I didn't do a good job there, but I'm going to trim it again. Just like that. Just to neaten it up some. There. That looks better. Okay. Oops, I'll strut my blade. I'm just going to wrap it around here. Let's see, we always have extra. I'll trim that off. I'm probably going to put some kind of a smear or something on this after, I'm thinking. For the edges. Just a thought. Just want to make sure that's on straight. No fingerprints. Although, mind you, if I do get a fingerprint on it, I don't stress over it. Again, it is handmade. It's not like products are going fast these days, so. And this happens to be my favorite color, so, as we know. One of my favorite colors. There, just like that. So I'm going to bake that for 1 hour at Primo's recommended temperatures, which is 275. And when it's done, we'll come back and we'll just tidy up these edges and see how it looks. See in a bit. I'm back. They're all out of the oven, as you can see. And I decided to use just some of this to do my smear on the sides. That's left over from here, and I add a little bit of pearl white to it. So, And with leftover from the bracelet, I made these strange earrings. I'll go down through here, do the same thing, push really hard. Make it into like a snake again. And do it again. And I'm going to do it all around my earrings as well. And when I finish, I'll be back. Right. I've done all my smear. Made sure it was all nice and smooth. And you need to do that with this because you're not going to be able to sand it very much afterwards if you didn't get it all nice and smooth. So always be careful, double check. See, miss some. Before you put it in the oven. And I've done the earrings. So now I'll go put them back in the oven for about 20 minutes, half hour. And we'll be back. Right, they're out of the oven. And I gave them a sand, and I did put some resin on them. And these are the little earrings that I, adjusted. So, on these with the resin, and I used this one here. Just put some on, and I took my skewer. I can get it. Oops. And I just pulled it to the edges lightly. And this one here, what I did is I put some on the table on my ceramic towel. And I took this paintbrush and I just painted it on, put it under the UV light, let it dry, harden, and continued all around until it was finished. So it's an easier way to get a nice shine on it, and it works really well. It's got some good give to it. So it's been baked long enough. And there. I haven't decided if I'm going to put little posts on the backs of these or if I want them to hang. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. But I'll do one or the other. If I do put the studs on the back, it's just a matter of gluing them on. And if I decide to hang them, I'll just put little holes in here. But then I thought, do I want them hanging this way or this way? I'll probably do this way. Hang them. That's probably what I will do. But anyway, that's the end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe, and you'll get notified. Well, if you put, notifications there, you'll get notified right away when I'm uploading another video. Until next time, we'll see you later.